Stevie Wonder could see this coming, man. Let me read some messages in the chat room on Spreaker.com from Corporate Brother. He says, damn, just looked it up. Killed his twins, 2-year-old sons with a hammer, and his wife. Beautiful family. Damn. Yeah, man. And this happened probably, 10 years ago, maybe 7, 8 years ago. I mentioned it earlier how we played ball with this cat like every Sunday morning for a couple of years. I should have been in church. Should have been in church, but we were out there playing ball once again every Sunday morning, man. And this cat, man, and Chucktown Frank can testify to everything I'm saying because he used to be out there with us too. Every weekend, this cat called like little petty fouls. And, man, I ain't giving you, on the playground, we ain't giving you no little touch fouls. We don't do that. And every weekend, this cat got into a knockdown, drag-out argument with somebody on the court about a punk-ass little foul. And it was almost like we laughed at dude because he was so crazy acting out there about his damn basketball. And then, I find this story out, man. It's just crazy. You got to be careful. You don't know who you're dealing with, man. From Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast, Ninja, because Golden State had 3 stars already, would have liked to have seen Durant go somewhere else to make that team a top contender. If you're talking about Golden State and adding Kevin Durant, you know where I stand on that. I think it's BS. I think it's lame as hell. I would have liked to see Kevin Durant stay in Oklahoma City. They were up in the series against the Golden State Warriors. This is the other side of the coin. 3-1, okay? And so they had the ability, man, to win a championship, I think, at some point. I just think that whole type of thing when they go to another loaded team like LeBron did in going to Miami and what KD did this year and going to Golden State is just lame as hell, period. From Derek, Bab, I ain't mad at any player getting their grip, but if the subject is a player's pay versus his on-court ability at the time of the signing, Wash Kobe has to be a part of that conversation. Laugh out loud. From that Ninja, if that's the case, then why do you cry so much about Durant going to play at Golden State? Talking back at that little comment that Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast made earlier. From, who do we have here? You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. From Gilliard Road's Finest Rail. Good Lord, how you let that pass on by? Laugh out loud. I think they're talking about profile pics. From Griff. Like it, Griff. Nice profile pic. Loose neck side. Wait a minute. We suspended a guy for a couple of days for a picture similar to this. Yeah, so Loose Neck Sai has a very close-up picture of a chick in her vagina region. Now it's covered up. It's covered up, and I mentioned earlier that a while back we had to suspend the number 1 chief rocker firm from Jersey for a couple of months out of the chat room because he posted a pic with a chick with, just an abnormally sized camel toe. So I don't quite see that with your picture, Loose Neck Eye, so it's all good, I guess. Yeah, from the 47th Problem. What up, bro? He says, let's go Hawks. Don't forget my Hawks. They played to tie the series today at 7 p.m. Hawks can get a win tonight. I think they can get a win. I think I actually picked the Hawks to win that series. Thank you, Redland Kirk, for your profile pick contribution. Yes, Lord. Appreciate it, Redland Kirk. Shouts out to my man 334 Bama Boy for your profile pick contribution as well. Thank you, sir. Jose Negron, thank you for your profile pick contribution today as well. That's nice. I really appreciate that. From Loose Neck Side, Rondo can ball, but he looks like that alien in Men in Black. Rondo looks like that alien in Men in Black who Will Smith shot him in the head and it grew back. And they do slightly favor each other. But that has nothing to do with anything, sir. Please, come on, let's keep it on the road, please. Yes, they do favor each other, but let's keep the conversation on the road. From Barbershop Sports Talk Podcast, the Hawks with Horford had trouble rebounding against the Cavs, so why would it be any different in Boston? Same results, can't rebound against the Bulls. Right. Solid player. I mean, he's one of those complimentary pieces that they always talk about. That's it. You can't have a team and expect to vie for a championship if you got a bunch of complimentary pieces. And that's what you have. Bradley, complimentary piece. Horford, complimentary piece. Crowder, complimentary piece. Their best player is a 5'9" guy. That's not a good equation for success in the NBA. I mean, let's be honest. The NBA is a league of tall dudes. It's as simple as that. Your best player, and I guess it's been done before, Isaiah Thomas. I mentioned him earlier. Usually your best player ain't a dude that's 6 foot tall. You know, aberration, exception to the rules. Allen Iverson, Isaiah Thomas. You know, it's been a bunch of very good short player, but for the most part, the NBA is a league for guys 6'10", 7 foot tall. And so I think a lot of people saw this coming. From the 47 problem, Al Horford, there's the reason why the Hawks were so mediocre. They put on mediocre players and overplayed them. And it's kind of like a theme to just pay players, and I guess you have to be competitive. You have to field, in this case, you have to put on the court a competitive team. But I almost wish that instead of giving a guy $130 million when you know he's average to below average, or you give Mike Conley, I don't know, what was it, $200 million or whatever, and you know he's a very good player, but he's not worth $200 million, and you just give that money to charity. Shut up. That's what I feel. Right. Don't. It just really puts a bad taste in my mouth. I'm Sly J, catching up and listening to Doug Stewart Show from yesterday. Doug, you should be ashamed of yourself. How can you rank Public Enemy above Outkast? Bar for bar, Outkast would kill Public Enemy. Outkast rhymes reliability to life and current events in the best ever 4 classic albums. Well, you would put Outkast over Public Enemy. But I don't think that I would. I don't think that I would. Now, listen, no disrespect to Outkast, and I love Outkast. And first of all, let's back up, Sly J. So if you're new to the show, yesterday we started talking about the greatest groups of all times. Yesterday on, what was it, Tribute Tuesday, we paid tribute to, who did we pay tribute to? Let me go back here in my notes here. I know, this is the problem. I've taken a lot of hits to the head. Yesterday, we paid tribute to... Who the hell did we pay tribute to yesterday? This is what I'm always talking about. Oh! We paid tribute to the great Wu-Tang Clan. And so I had read this line from a story saying that About.com, it was the name of the site, said that Wu-Tang Clan was the greatest rap group of all times. And so I started naming other groups that people consider groups, but a lot of times they aren't groups, they're duos. And in Public Enemy's case, Public Enemy isn't even a duo, technically. There's one rapper, it's Chuck D. And the other cats, they don't rap. They hype up crowds like Flavor Flav, or they march around in formation like the S1Ws. Yeah, that's it. So, I mean, really, Public Enemy, I guess, is classified as a group, but they're not really a group. And then we start talking about duos with Outkast and EPMD. There's a bunch of duos with 2 people. But if you're talking about more than 3, or 3 or more, as far as a group, now you're talking about Houdini. You're talking about Houdini. Maybe Houdini's not even a group. They had the Green-Eyed Genie. He was a DJ, so it's just 2. It's a duo. So it's not a lot of groups quote-unquote groups out there in hip-hop. And, I think Wu-Tang Clan, as far as groups, they should probably be number one. Griff, he says, got to go with Public Enemy. No disrespect to the great Outkast. So if you include duos in the conversation and you include Public Enemy, yes, I think I would have Public Enemy as number one. I think I would have Public Enemy as number one. Number two, I think I would have, maybe I'd go back as far as legacy and brand and contribution to the game, all of those probably being almost the same thing. I might have to put it number two. I might have to put Run DMC. I may even put Run DMC at number one and Public Enemy at number two. Maybe Wu-Tang comes into my list. If you're talking about groups, more than three or more, two, or even one, if you consider Public Enemy a group, I would have to sit down and think about it. But I'm sorry, Outkast wouldn't be one or they wouldn't be two. I love Outkast. Don't get me wrong. Matter of fact, that's what I'll do today. I'm going to give you the definitive list of top 5 hip-hop groups of all times. That could be one main rapper, as in Public Enemy, or that could be a duo like EPMD, Eric and Paris Making Dollars, or Outkast, or that could be a crew, a group of guys like the Wu-Tang Clan. I'll give you that list later. All right, when we get back from the break, just like that, it's hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show. Trying to get Thorny on the show on a Woman Wednesday. I mean, it is their day. It's Woman Wednesday. We'll continue with the NBA talk. Toronto evens their series with the Milwaukee Bucks. We'll get into that. The Clippers played last night as well. We'll kind of preview tonight's games. Got to give you my top 5 wide receivers coming out in the draft this year as well. A lot to do. Hour number 2 coming up next. Don't go away.
Ways of the world, ways of the war. My words are direction, thoughts put down for perfection, for dead in minds, resurrection, for hard heads a lesson, towards the feeling, true confessions, daily movement, progression, handle minds with aggression, respect my essence not to get caught in intersections, like a lethal weapon, or safety for protection, here today, be here for tomorrow, granted like words to scriptures, for you to follow, pay attention, not all man's have good intentions, likely to stay in one dimension, put in place with discretion, know you're rating this one, see how deep things get, pure elevation, set it off to cure a nation. Here today, be here for tomorrow. Granted like words and scriptures for you to follow. My man, here today, be here for tomorrow. Granted like words and scriptures for you to follow. My bride, here today, be here for tomorrow. Granted like words and scriptures for you to follow. My seed, here today, be here for tomorrow. Here today, be here for tomorrow. Cock this so it's balance the bullets. We all holding full clips. Ways of the world forever. Keep my peeps in bullshit. Drama that, another episode of the habitat. You see it ill and abstract. We live it real and that's that. Reality fact. See your brother lying on his back and another brother holding the gap. Cain and Abel had they beef a while back. Not for everything. Niggas should react. Bodies dumped out on the floor like a Roots video. You gotta see the show. You not living like you want more. My brother is my keeper. Spray your block with street sweeper. Heard the code of the sleeper. Why you wanna live how wide for Grim Reaper? Live your life. Get the thumping through your speaker. Only the few come around where the chosen run. You still have wits when I hold for bun. Of course I never think twice about busting. You only get spared one cousin. Here today, be here for tomorrow. Granted like words and scriptures for you to follow. My mind, here today, be here for tomorrow. Granted like words and scriptures for you to follow. My bride, here today, be here for tomorrow. Granted like words and scriptures for you to follow. My seed, here today, be here for tomorrow. Here today, be here for tomorrow. Ways of the world, ways of the world.